So we have 3 of the 4 McLaren Autosport drivers, Dan Ticktum and Max Fewtrell and Harrison Scott as well. Dan, so talk us through your 2017 season. Pretty good. Good comeback.
I think it was a little bit slow in the sort of start of the season, to be honest. I think we didn't have the best season or the season we planned for. Let's say the team were new to the category, so that was definitely a bit tricky finding our feet. In the first few races particularly. But we got better as the season went on, and we just did the best we could, to be honest, with what we had. So 7th, obviously, in the championship was not great. But when I went over to GP3 and F3, did quite well, I think. I did won Macau, obviously, which was a pretty good achievement. That was only my 3rd F3 race, so I was quite happy with that. And GP3 was quite good as well. I mean, I think over the 3 races I did less than 150 laps or something. So at Jerez, when I was I think I was 4th or 5th in FP1, I'd done about 20 laps in the car. So yeah, it's a good end to the season. Definitely, obviously winning the McLaren Autosport Award was tops it all off really, and I think cleared my name. Some people might say. So anyway, yeah.
Do you think that's still an issue with some people? Because you just referenced it.
I think I proved last year that I'm not the guy I was a few years ago. I've changed quite a lot since then. So more mature and all the rest of it, and getting closer to what I need to be in F1. So it's all positive and going well.
You're a very lucky lad, because to be fair, there are very few people who get second chances, so many big second chances, and take advantage of them.
Yes, I think, like you say, you've got to take advantage of them, but I wouldn't have been given a second chance if somebody didn't think I was good. So I've proven that I'm pretty good, I think. So I'll just keep trying to do that this year, and improve more and more.
Yeah, well, Motorsport Radio certainly identified you at the start of 2017 as one of the ones to watch, and
yes,
we were right. I just want to get that in there and say
right.
that. Max, so talk us through your season then in comparison. Good, bad? What would you say about it?
Result-wise, I think average. I mean, we had a few good weekends where we won races, started on the front row in Renault, which is quite good in your first year, because obviously it's normally a 2-year program, as we've seen with most championship winners. And obviously this year was really hard because we had 5 or 6 guys that have done it for 2 or 3 years, so constantly playing catch up every weekend was quite hard, especially at Po, where you do about 7 laps before qualifying, so the whole weekend's just, you're behind constantly. I'm sure Dan experienced the same as me this year. So yeah, and then at the end of the year to be nominated as a finalist was obviously honour, so it's really good to be part of this whole award, and it's been beneficial even though I didn't win obviously, but yeah, I think it's been great to be a part of the whole event. And then for next year, or this year, going to do Renault again and go for the main championship.
A question that I've always thought about for drivers like yourself doing that championship, is it perhaps the best and right championship to be? I mean, what's your end goal? Where do you want to be in ultimately?
My dream is Formula 1 still, so obviously being backed by Renault, that kind of puts a light at the end of the tunnel if you perform and get the results. So they definitely can help me out with that situation, which is really good, and they've been really helpful all year. They've delivered me everything I need. So yeah, I think the end goal is F1, and I think Renault is a great championship to do so because the level's so high.
Fair enough. Okay, I did ask, I suppose. And
yeah. It is a difficult championship, definitely. Yeah, last year particularly, like you said, with several drivers who'd done minimum 2 years or 2 years. So next year I'm sure it'll be tough as well. So yeah, got to beat him. Or other people have, not me, but yeah.
And moving on to Harrison as well. And so your 2017, talk us through it from your point of view.
Yeah, it was a really good year for me. I think winning 12 from 14 races was really strong. Obviously moving up from Renault Eurocup, what these boys have done this year, into what is kind of the stepping stone into Formula 3, which was the F3 Open. just really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the team I was with. Had a good car underneath me the whole season, and yeah, to I think pull off the season we did, and the results we got was just extraordinary.
And I suppose same question to you as that I asked Max. Ultimately, what is your ultimate goal if it's not Formula One?
I mean, like everyone, you always have that dream, and you never want it to disappear. Credits that I'm probably a bit older now than these two, so obviously they've got a few years on me. But no, you always dream.
You've got the experience, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it counts for is the experience. But I think obviously I just want to be at the top of motorsport and whatever that is, and making a career from it. So obviously, if that's not Formula One, I know it's going to be difficult for me because I haven't had the funding throughout my career, and but to be able to do what we have done has been fantastic. And no, I think whatever happens anyway, I'm going to be making a strong career in motorsport.
Well, it will be good to see you have a career in whatever. Anyway, one question that I wanted to ask all of you is because I suppose it's my curious nature would probably, I'm a mischievous way of asking questions, would always lead to asking, I suppose, if you were all competing in let's say, a generic nondescript car of some type at a completely neutral venue that you've never been to before. You've got the setup of the car to your liking. Everyone's happy with it, in theory. Weather's perfect, everything. Who would win out of you three?
If you're going on experience, it's me.
If it's adaptation, I think I've proven in the McLaren Autosport Award that I'm very good at that. Yeah, so...
Sounds like you've rehearsed that answer a little bit.
I haven't. Honestly, I don't rehearse anything. I didn't rehearse a speech on stage. So, no. It's...
Why would you win, though, honestly? If everything was pretty much equally?
I'm very good at adapting to things. I mean, if everything stayed the same, I just think I'm very good at going out there and getting on the pace in whatever the conditions, whatever the car is, very quickly. That is my strength, really, one of my biggest strengths. And when I heard that I was chosen as a finalist, that we were going to be doing it in the middle of England in November with all the weather and all the rest of it, I was, I wasn't confident, but I was, I wasn't doubting myself, if you know what I mean. So I knew that I could perform well in different conditions.
And same to you, Max.
Obviously the award, Dan's obviously quite good at adapting, but I think give us all a few laps and we find our limits, and I think I could give him a good run for his money for sure.
Yeah. And
10th and a half on him, I reckon.
Yeah.
15 laps.
And Harrison as well.
Yeah, I suppose a bit more experience than these boys, but
Why would you beat these guys?
well, obviously, like most people, I wouldn't want to say that anyone's better than me. So I believe in.
Strange, isn't it? You're being asked a question like,
We're not standing there, but obviously,
we can't do that.
I believe in my ability. I know that, obviously, given the right equipment and given me the right day and whatever, I think that I'm quite confident that I could be quicker or on the pace as anyone. So it's a tough question. It's a tough one because obviously you don't want to sound like you're better than everyone. But obviously I'm not going to stand here saying that no, they're all better than me, because otherwise what's the point of even doing it? Might as well take the suit off and go home. But
I mean, you're both good, but I am better.
Well, don't sit on the fence anyway.
That could go on for a long time. We'll make a TV series on the debate between who's better.
Well, I've answered asked my one question anyway, so that's. I'm not actually racing though. That's the thing. So, and I'm not a racer.
Let's say not.
Although, as I did say earlier, I did predict Dan would do really well this season. Not that that's anything. See, now I'm feeling shit now. So I'm feeling awkward. But just if anything, just because of the comeback, and it was Red Bull, and it was still sort of kind of backing you if that was the case. Yeah. I in my mind anyway, I thought, well, if obviously he's not coming back with a backmarker team. Sorry, yeah. I feel Oh God, you should be an interviewer. Sorry. Okay.
He doesn't. He's lost.
No idea now.
We put him on the spot. You got us
Yeah.
on the spot.
That's where I am, mate.
Yeah, where is Enaam? Because
Step Brothers. Like, how about we interview you?
so we were meant to interview all of the 4 McLaren Autosport drivers, but there's clearly only 3 here. Enaam is where? Where is he?
Currently
Dubai, getting some vitamin D.
on a sunbed by a pool.
Yeah.
So thank you, Enaam.
Well
for
done,
not,
Enaam.
have a nice holiday.
Hard life. We're here
Hard
somewhere.
for
Yeah,
some,
our
isn't
life's
it?
really hard.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying now. Yeah.
I suppose maybe he, not to put words in his mouth, but he might say that he probably deserved it being a champion and worked hard and stuff. If he were here, that's
Speak
maybe.
for him. Yeah, had a great season in British F3, and to get 13 wins and beat the record of, was it Senna?
It was Senna.
I think I mentioned it a few times this year, so
It was Senna, by the way.
it was a great year and it's some great competition, and yeah, I'm looking forward to F3, whatever I do. Lovely.
It's like he's almost. It's like, it's excellent. So, guys, thank you very much. Seriously, honestly, best of luck to all of you. And this was an interesting chat. So, thank you.
Thank you. Some of it will probably have to be edited, but
I probably won't, to be honest.
yeah, it's quite funny to be honest.
2 minutes.
If you want to get edited,